Good evening. Welcome, parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, staff, honored guests, and most importantly, our Telstar High School graduating class of 2018. I would like to start this evening off by thanking the people who were pivotal in helping us get to where we are this evening. If I might coin an old adage, it does take a village to raise our children. There are many people deserving of our thanks for making this evening's events, as well as this entire graduation week, a wonderful experience for everyone. Please first join me in thanking Dr. Murphy for always making everything and every decision all about students by putting them first, and the MSAD 44 School Board for being supportive of all the educational insights and decisions made on our students' behalf. Please join me in thanking them. Next, I would like to thank our dedicated staff of MSAD 44. They are the faces of education day in and day out. They are instrumental in getting our students to this point and should also be celebrated. If you are an MSAD 44 employee, would you please rise and be recognized at this time? A thank you to the senior class advisors, Dr. Poston and Senora Ojeda, for all of their hard work and dedication in providing our seniors with guidance and support to get to where they are this evening. Please join me. Thank you to Linda Stoll for the wonderful music, for the marching practice, and for the music provided this evening, and for being incredibly flexible with all of our last-minute changes. Please join me in thanking Linda Stoll. Thank you to all the parents and caregivers who have been supportive, trusting, collaborative, and who have volunteered countless hours to help not only their children, but everyone's children succeed in a world that is vastly different than the world that we grew up in. It may have been to provide extra support in the classroom, an activity out in the community, transportation, an ear to listen, or countless other possibilities, including this week's sub day and ice cream sundae gathering that our students were participating in after marching practice. Please give them a thank you as well. Thanks to all of those members of our community who care about our students and who they become, whose help is often unseen. Elected officials and local businesses help with their time, financial contributions, and support. Please join me in applauding their support. I think the students would agree that a big thank you needs to go out to the Bethel Shop and Save for donating the subs and the ice cream that the children did enjoy this week during marching practice. A warm thank you to the coordinators and volunteers of the Project Graduation Committee. They scheduled monthly meetings, organized fundraising events, and planned the Project Graduation event that our graduates will be participating in later this evening. They worked countless hours to provide a safe and fun-filled graduation overnight experience for our children. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. A heartfelt thank you goes out to Tammy House for once again putting together an incredible slideshow that our students watched at the Coming Together event last evening, and now they have a wonderful CD that they can have a memory forever. Please join me in thanking Tammy House. Please join me in an appreciation thanks to our custodians, groundskeeper, and all of the staff who pitch in wherever needed for beautifying the grounds and building for this evening. Well done to this highly successful team. These are the behind-the-scenes things that go on quietly and get the job done. Please join me in thanking the custodians and the groundskeepers. Our wonderful Telstar secretaries deserve a big thank you for keeping everything flowing smoothly when things get a little crazy during graduation week. They always have a smile on their faces, and a sincere thank you goes out to Eileen, Leanne, Marilyn, and Kelly. As I said, it does take a village to raise our children. In an attempt not to forget anyone, I am sending out my personal thanks to everyone for making this event a huge success. Thank you. The regalia that are adorning our graduates this evening have some significance, and they should also be recognized. Our honors students are wearing an honors sash. This year, we made the final transition to honors recognition from the traditional top 10 recognition of the past. This tradition to a cum laude recognition holds students to a high GPA standard, and rather than competing against each other for a spot in the top 10, students are now competing to earn that high GPA and to earn cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude status. This allows all students to honor them in being recognized when reaching that academic standard, regardless of how many students also reach the standard of excellence. Our student council members are wearing blue and red cords. The light blue stoles that some students are wearing are to recognize their status in the National Honor Society. The purple and silver cords that some students are wearing are to recognize their status in the National Technical Honor Society. The future business leaders of America are showing their status with blue cords. Our Telstar High School CMCC dual enrollment students are wearing red and black cords in recognition of their status. And our senior class officers are wearing orange cords. Graduating seniors, this evening is a culmination of 13 years in the making. It is time to reflect on how you got here. As graduation was nearing, I found myself thinking about its meaning, what has happened to bring us all to this point, and more importantly, what the future holds for you. It is my honor and privilege to have been your principal of Telstar High School for the past few years and the Dean of Students when you first came to Telstar as freshman students. It has been my privilege to work with you and get to know you and many of your parents over the past 4 years. What is most impressive about our seniors that we are celebrating tonight is their hardworking dedication to succeed. Many of them hold jobs, participate in co-curricular and extracurricular activities and athletics, in addition to being full-time students. These seniors never gave up, and they persevered to get to where they are sitting tonight. Parents and caregivers, please accept our thanks to you for instilling these values in your children. Class of 2018, it has truly been an honor to get to know you and learn about your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. Hearing about your future goals and seeing the excitement on your face when you found out you got into the college of your dreams, or that you would be working at the job that you just know holds the future for you, has been permanently committed in my memory. As you now prepare to make these dreams become your reality, I am excited about the future for each and every one of you. You have the potential to be all that you want to be. Wherever the next chapter in your life takes you, I urge you to take a moment and be sure you always put your energy, faith, and talent into an institution that has strong codes of conduct that will benefit you and the community you live in. There is a big world out there waiting for you and your talents. Go out and make Telstar proud. I could go on forever. However, in this group of graduates, I trust that you will make a great future no matter what comes your way. Well done, Telstar High School class of 2018, the 50th graduating class from this high school. Let me and everyone wish you the best in your future. At this time, would everyone please rise as you are able to and join our graduates in singing the national anthem. Thank you. We are now pleased to announce Telstar High School's graduating class of 2018 magna cum laude and cum laude honors students being recognized this evening. Please join me in recognizing our top scholars. First, Taylor Louise Mason is the daughter of Ernest Mason of Bethel and Tina Coolidge of Poland. Taylor has been a hard worker since she was 16 years old. Throughout her high school career, she has taken part in numerous community service opportunities and has done her part in contributing to the overall 3,466 hours of community service that this graduating class's 4 years of high school added up to. In addition, she was inducted into the National Honor Society this year. She played softball for the last 3 years and received the Coaches Award last year and was a captain this year. This year, she has spent her senior year at Central Maine Community College as a Telstar High School CMCC dual enrollment student, earning not only her credits to graduate, but also a year's worth of college credits as she prepares to attend the University of New England in the fall to study pre-pharmacy. Please join me in welcoming Taylor to the podium to speak.
family, friends, teachers, and class of 2018. When I first found out that I'd be doing this, I was told that the key to having a great speech was to have a strong beginning, a strong ending, and to keep them as close together as possible. So I'm going to try to stick to that advice. First and foremost, I want to thank all of our teachers for helping us get to where we are today. We would not be here without you, and each of you have helped us along the way in one way or another. And I'm honored to be delivering this speech in front of you. This is just a segue to the start of our lives, and I believe we should all look at it as a blank canvas, an unwritten book, a song with no words, and create the most fulfilling, meaningful life we possibly can. Like any painting, book, or song, there will be mistakes along the way. There will be tears shed. There will be ends and new beginnings. One of the greatest things about life is that we can change it as we go. We just have to remember to never give up. Life is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so great. Don't be defeated by life events that don't go according to plan. Chances are it's for a reason. Perhaps it's to change your path in life. Don't waste time second-guessing yourself and beating yourself up over this when it happens. When it does, start a new chapter, use a different color, write a new verse. Use these mishaps as learning experiences, grow and better yourself from them. The past 4 years have not been easy, which is typical. Though the hard times were enjoyable in the moment, they have shaped us all to be who we are today. Looking ahead, I know our futures will bring more hardships, but seeing how the struggles I've had have affected me in a positive manner, I cannot wait to see what my future holds. And I know the same goes for everyone here. We've all had moments that seem like the worst thing in the world, but the worst moments are the ones that make you the best you can be. After spending 7+ years growing and changing with the same people, they grow to become a part of you, whether or not you realize it. I know we're not all best friends, but you all have a place in my heart, and you always will. Thank you all for being there to make me laugh, support me, and helping me when I needed it. I know our futures are brighter than the stars, and I cannot wait to see where we all end up, and to see all of the amazing things we will accomplish. Before I go, I wanted to take the opportunity to thank my dad for always being my #1 fan, and for making my dreams come true. You've always pushed me to do my best, and I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. To my mom, thank you for all the reassuring pep talks to remind me that I can do this. And one more thank you before I sit back down. Thank you to everyone in this room for having an effect on myself, or at least one of my peers. Thank you for making such wonderful ladies and gentlemen who I will remember forever. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Taylor. Next, another one of our top honor students. This student earned magna cum laude status. Galen Boyle White is the son of Eric and Patricia Boyle White of Newry, Maine. He has been actively involved in numerous community service opportunities, also contributing to the many hours that the 3,466 hours that were collected over the 4 years of this graduating class. Galen has spent the last 4 years as a 3-season athlete on the trails during cross-country, running, and Nordic skiing, and on the track during the spring. This year, he qualified for the Maine Eastern High School Championship ski team. In addition, Galen has been a member of the National Honor Society and was vice president this year. He was a 4-year member of the Student Council and the Future Business Leaders of America for 2 years. This year, he attended the Maine State Science Fair, and he and his partner earned 3rd place in his category. He is excited to begin his post-secondary education this fall at St. Michael's College, where he will be majoring in chemistry and also skiing. Please join me in giving Galen a round of applause as he makes his way down to the podium.
Thank you, Mrs. Lang. Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I'd like to thank everyone who's helped me become who I am today and make it to where I stand right now. To my family, friends, teachers, coaches, and classmates, thank you. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations, and get lost. When I speak with people about getting lost, it usually carries a negative image, and we've been using it that way for years. As toddlers, we may have gotten lost on the fairgrounds or in the grocery store. In high school, we may have gotten lost on the roads or lost who we are as individuals. Tonight, however, I would like getting lost to carry a different meaning. From tonight on, I want all of us to get lost in our studies, get lost in our endeavors, in everything we do, to truly lose ourselves and become enveloped and immersed in something. Completely captivated by it, we will find new things we never knew existed. When we are lost, we will find new information, new people, new aspects to our own lives, and personalities we never knew existed, which is rather ironic because we ourselves are lost. We don't usually think of finding these things when we are lost. Instead, we think of losing something, mainly our direction. However, think of it this way. When someone is lost, they are on an adventure. They are somewhere they are unfamiliar with. Adventure is defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary as an undertaking usually involving danger and unknown risks. Many people think of adventure as backpacking through the woods, going somewhere no one else has been before. Helen Keller once wrote, "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all." Throughout our lives, we have had successes, accomplishments we are proud of, for which we can say, I did that, I was successful. We accomplished it through daring ourselves, through challenging ourselves to do our best. We took that adventure. This word perfectly describes the past 18 years of our lives. In elementary school, we took the risk of introducing ourselves to others, who would grow up to be our friends. In middle school, we began seeing the world as something greater and full of opportunities, where we would soon be 3 years later in high school. And now, finishing high school, we find ourselves at one of the many adventures of our lives. These years have been full of adventure for myself. I have bushwhacked through the woods with the Nordic ski team, finding trails even nature did not know existed. Needless to say, we may have gotten lost, but that was what made it an adventure. Being at the right place at the right time does not always have anything to do with your schedule, but rather with what wasn't scheduled. However, this adventure that we are completing has not been easy. We have not ridden the wind into these seats. The fact that we all reside here today, culminating our high school career, has everything to do with our adventures. All of us have been lost at some time, even if it's not in the wilderness. Yet that's what makes it an adventure. Adventuring means falling down, whether it's literally or metaphorically, and getting back up again, cleaning yourself off and trudging ahead. Even if our friends laugh at us because we messed up, we weren't spot on, it's still a learning experience. And if those friends weren't there, you might make the same mistake time and time again because you forgot about it. But because they were there, they won't let you forget about it. These past 18 years have been the years where our friends laugh at us, laugh with us. We have all slipped up, things haven't gone our way, and we have learned from it. We have helped each other learn and grow. Good friends get lost together. Good friends also help us through our hardest spots in our lives, in our adventure. As everyone knows, life has its ups and downs. There are mountains we must ascend. Sometimes you can be living your best dream, when suddenly it seems like the world has turned against you. These mountains are different for everyone, but we are all climbing them. If there's anything cross-country has taught me, it's that these hills are not impossible. They are workouts to test your strength, but you can get over them. You may fall, it might take longer than expected, it might hurt, but you'll get there. On these uphill battles, we find what we are capable of. We push ourselves to continue to be the best we can be, to achieve ultimate success. In a sense, life is like you are constantly hiking. To reach the peak of the mountain, you must hike until your legs fall off, and then and only then will you know that you have truly made the effort you are capable of. Sometimes the trail disappears, your guidance is gone. You begin to forge your own trail because you have become a trailblazer, a leader, and you find your way. In the end, the effort was well worth the outcome, the growth you experienced. So we should remember not to be afraid of the falls or the mountains, not to be afraid to get our hands dirty. When we were younger, we weren't afraid of not looking picture perfect. We preferred instead to lose ourselves in our play, in the outdoors. We would lose track of time, of our footing in staying clean. Take that childish passion with you into the workforce, into your endeavors, and the work you put in will show in the accomplishments you make. As a class, we have endured many adventures, from the day we met and played on the playground as elementary kids, to having to change classrooms and go through the hallways with the big high schoolers, to becoming those high schoolers, surviving freshman academy, learning who we are, and marching our way to the seats we sit in right now. We've been adventuring our entire lives, and now our adventure together ends. But your adventure does not stop when you leave these doors tonight. It continues as you travel through life. While it may seem daunting, we have all learned the skills of adventure, and while more than often than not, we're going to get lost out there, we can handle it. Life is about finding new paths, new adventures, new friends. The future is waiting for us, so let's show what we've got and get out there. Let's get lost. Thank you.
Thank you, Galen. Now, the seniors have a song that they're going to entertain us with, and so I would like to ask Cheyenne Casey and Matt Morin to come down to the front and lead the seniors in the song Good Riddance. Cheyenne and Matt. Thank you. Oops, turn me back on. Thank you, class. That was amazing. I have had the time of my life. At this point, I would like to invite Larry Merlino, the chair of the school board, down to the podium to give a few remarks. Larry?
Can everyone hear me? On behalf of the school board, I would like to congratulate the class of 2018 on their accomplishment. But I also would like to thank the staff, the administration, support staff, and especially the parents and grandparents and families of these young men and women. Without that support, they probably wouldn't make it. They need you. Keep giving it to them. And I have one piece of advice to give the class. Make good choices. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. At this point, it is time to give our students their certificates of graduation. Dr. Murphy, Larry Merlino, and I will go up on the podium to hand out the diplomas, and Dr. Poston and Senora Ojeda will come here and read off the names.
Before we do that, however, good evening, everybody, parents, relatives, friends, staff, members of the class of 2018. One disadvantage you have when you're sitting up here is you get to see the size of the font that the kids in the high school are reading from, and then you get to compare it to the size of the font that you write on your own notes, and you realize that you're getting old. I want to just let everybody know that I'm so pleased that so many of you are able to be here with us tonight for this important event. To the parents of our graduates, thank you very much for sharing your kids with us for all these years. To those of you who have traveled near and far to be here with us tonight, welcome to Telstar. We're really glad that you could be a part of this evening. Grads, as you're well aware, there's a lot of people to thank for the ongoing help that you've received throughout your school years. You've heard that time and time again over the past few days. This includes the support of your family members, the teachers, the staff, the administrators who worked with you since your arrival in school 13 years ago. As your superintendent, it's been a pleasure for me to watch you make your way through these grades since that day so many years ago when you joined the district either at the Andover School, the Woodstock School, or at Crescent Park. Some of you joined this group later in your school career, and you've made this group that much stronger with your presence. We're glad you joined us. Class of 2018, I commend you on the many successes and achievements that you've attained during your years in our school district, and I wish you all the best as you begin this next new exciting chapter in your life. So tonight, after all of your many efforts over those years, I am very pleased to have the distinct privilege as your superintendent to certify that the official Telstar High School diplomas presented here tonight are proof that each and every recipient has satisfactorily completed the necessary requirements established by the Maine School Administrative District Number 44 Board of Directors. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Dr. Murphy. Now we're ready to go up on the podium and begin the delivering of our diplomas. Selena Bernardina Centron. Madison Eva Fowles. Sonia Jean Farrington. Cheyenne Elizabeth Casey. Skylar Lynn Bouchard.
Galen Marie Waterhouse.
Cheryl Ann Elizabeth Thurston.
Michaela Leanne Rice.
Courtney Marie Rose Skillen.
Kylie Marie Martin.
Sarah Michelle Bartlett.
Savannah Lee Merrill.
Kaya Sophia Brooke Corvu.
Rebecca Lynn Moran.
Marta Jean Opie.
Shania Marie Swan.
Shaylee Spencer Merceru.
Taylor Louise Mason.
Morgan Yvonne McLean.
Aaron Seacott.
Caleb Anthony Merrill.
Kyle Colby.
Cody Ryan Verrill.
Sean Michael Lador.
Boston Michael Ludden.
Zachary Frank Hill.
Russell Charles Cushman.
Ryder Roy Gross.
Galen Hugh Boyle White.
Jarrett Thomas Bean.
Mitchell Philip Ragnar.
Chandler Austin Dresser.
Blake McKay Rothwell.
Toby John Layton Jr.
Jerome David Head.
Matthew Robert Moran.
Aaron Daniel Vermette.
Connor Wayne Landis.
Selena Cintron will now give the message to the graduates.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. On behalf of the graduating class of 2018, I would like to welcome everyone and thank you for celebrating this day with us. Well, we did it. We all accomplished one of the major early milestones of our lives, high school graduation. We stand here today on the brink of our future. It is not a distant reality anymore. It begins here and it begins today. A high school diploma is a wonderful tool in this big world, one that opens many doors of opportunity for anyone who's lucky enough to have one. We began high school as children and we leave today as adults. Some of us will go on to college and others will go straight into the workforce, but each of us will travel down our own path. No matter where we go or what we do, there are challenges ahead of us. What I'm asking each of you and myself is to meet those challenges straight on with your head held high and your heart wide open. You cannot just try in life to get by, but you must excel in everything you do and strive for excellence. Before we close this chapter in our lives and start the next one, it is rightly important to thank all the people that have been there for us along the way. To our parents or guardians for your mountain support throughout the years. Without your guidance, most of us would not be here. Thank you for helping us with homework and listening to our complaints. Thank you for trying to solve our problems, but also giving us enough space to learn how to work things out for ourselves. But most importantly, thank you for loving us unconditionally. To our teachers, thank you for sharing your time, talent, and knowledge with us. Yes, it may be your job to do it, but each of you went above and beyond to make our last few years here at Telstar great ones. You took the time to explain assignments, most of the time repeating them because we weren't paying attention. You demanded excellence from us, whether or not we wanted to give it, and your motivation got us this far. To Quizlet, Wikipedia, and Google, thank you for always giving us answers in our times of need and being the reason some of us are here today. To our custodial staff and lunch ladies, thank you for keeping our school clean and safe. You know better than anyone else what slobs we've been, and you deserve some kind of medal. As you can see, behind each graduate, there are at least a dozen people guiding us towards our future. While our future lies before us, waiting to unfold, one thing is certain. We are no longer high school seniors. We are now high school graduates, ready to move on and face the world that exists beyond the teachers, cliques, and class schedules that have defined much of our lives. We may not have the power to inspire the entire world to strive for success, but we do have the power to try and achieve it for ourselves. If each of the 2018 graduates up here are able to do just that, imagine the effect that would have. With that being said, I would like to congratulate the class of 2018 on achieving this milestone and wish you all good luck in following your passions and fulfilling your dreams. The future is truly in our hands, so let's make the most of it. Thank you.
Class of 2018, you can now consider yourself Telstar High School graduates. Congratulations. I would now like to take this opportunity to invite Mr. Mark Kenny, our middle school principal, up to the podium. He is the guest speaker for this evening. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kenny.
Good evening, class. Thank you for the invitation to speak tonight. It's a great honor to be here with you, but to be honest, I'm much more comfortable driving the golf carts and sitting up back in the doorway watching all of this. That's okay, though. Instead, here I am tasked with imparting some words of wisdom. You poor souls. You thought you were only done with me after our last 8th grade math class. 25 years ago, I was sitting where you are right now, hoping the speaker would hurry up and get the heck off the stage. I could not tell you to this day what Olympia Snow said after 38 and a half minutes. I won't be that long. Just saying that makes me feel old. But if you couldn't already tell by the lack of hair on my head, speaking of which many of these people had a direct role in playing, that's okay, all's forgiven. To my snapback swaggers, I'm proud of you and your classmates for making you here tonight, and when I see our brick in room 113, it still makes me smile. Tonight marks a huge personal accomplishment, one of many yet to come in your lives. Remember, you have not done this alone. So take time in all of your celebrating to say thank you to those who have stood beside you, but most importantly, those who have stood behind you, pushing you along the way. Graduating can be an exciting and scary moment at the same time. As many of you may think you are ready to spread your wings and fly, there are a lot of you still trying to retreat back into the nest where you feel protected and safe. Regardless, if you don't take that first step, you'll never know all of the adventures and accomplishments that await you. Don't let fear and worry keep you on the sidelines. Go and make the future yours. Don't wait for someone else to do it for you, for what you should do for yourself. Prove you deserve what you want and go after it. Do not settle and do not expect things to happen just because you feel entitled or just because you want it to happen. I hope that your time here in MSAD 44 at Telstar, and within our greater community that we have taught you well. And most importantly, all along the way, I hope we have taught you to fail. If not, then I apologize on behalf of all of us, and that we have not done our complete jobs. The first 18 years of your life are the safest and best time for you to fail, whereas through this failure, you truly learn and grow as an individual. Perseverance makes you work harder and builds a work ethic that will take you far beyond your classroom lessons. Play hard, play harder, take a rest, play hard some more. But do not just sit on the sidelines and watch. I want everyone sitting here tonight to go out and make the world a better place. Give us all something to hope for and to continue to be proud of you for. Okay, I know you're ready to get going, and I promise to be brief. I know there might be 5% of you still listening and even remember any of these words down the road. So I'll say it's been my pleasure to know you, to teach you, to coach you, and to watch you all grow. My parting words are not from the great Yankee Yogi Berra, but from my favorite Yankee fan, and as a Red Sox fan, it's pretty hard to admit. But my friend, my mentor, and the man that many of us call Coach has given us many words of advice over the years. I want to steal just one for tonight as my parting thought. If you're on time, you're late. If you're early, then you're on time. And if you're late, it's better than not showing up at all. But work harder next time to be on time. Congratulations, class of 2018. Best wishes, and grow to be 100% of who you are. Thank you.
As I thought about what I wanted to leave you with as I close out this momentous evening, I quickly realized there was someone very special in my life that can give much better advice than I can. Due to her limited vocabulary and 7:30 bedtime, I'd like to share 6 parting words of wisdom on behalf of Riley Dacko, my 1-year-old daughter. Number 1, as you take on new challenges and walk through life, you're going to fall. Sometimes much harder than others. The important thing is you take the time to recognize what went wrong and what you need to do differently. When you get back up again, you'll realize you are stronger than before. You'll soon realize conquering a challenge or learning a new skill will open up a whole new world of opportunity. Think of all that would be missed in life if you never got back up after attempting those first few steps. Number 2, sometimes you just need a good cry. As we get older, we often think we need to hide our emotions. Don't worry about it making you look weak or incapable. Crying allows you an opportunity to release those emotions and come out stronger on the other end. Number 3, take time to smile at the little things. The real world can come at you fast and furious, but with that, make sure you enjoy it. No matter how small something may be, take the time to laugh and smile. A simple smile has the power to turn your day into something great. Number 4, don't dwell on the past. Sometimes you're going to have bad days, weeks, or maybe even months. Don't dwell on the things that don't go right in life. Learn from them, find the positive, and move on. Take time to focus on all the good that is around you and put that smile back on your face. Number 5, be kind to everyone you meet. You never know what kind of day they've had or what is going on in their lives. A simple act of kindness has the power to go further than you ever thought possible. And lastly, number 6, be curious. As adults, we have preconceived notions of how the world works, and we tend to lose sight of that wonder and awe. Don't be afraid to explore new things, experiment, and study the world around you. Never assume that you know everything. There is a whole world of information out there, both known and unknown. Find your passions and recognize that knowledge is infinite. Class of 2018, I am so incredibly proud of you and all of your accomplishments. As you close out this chapter of your lives this evening, a new chapter awaits you. Make this the best one yet. Congratulations.